61 positives today, and tonight the Lubbock Health Department narrowing much of the outbreak to people who recently went to bars where 6-foot distancing between groups wasn't being done. Those exposure dates were between June 6th and the 14th.
KAMC's Matthew Stell joins us live from Broadway with the latest. Matthew.
Yeah, Lauren and Brian, we're seeing the biggest rise in cases amongst young people between the ages of 20 to 29. The city reporting 250 cases in that age group. And tonight, we're seeing the ramifications of just that. I'm going to step out of the way. As you can see here, many bars with their lights off here on Broadway closed for cleaning. That includes Chimmy's, Crickets, Atomic Lounge, and Beer House, all undergoing voluntary level 3 cleaning. They've been identified as a possible exposure location. The Lubbock Health Department has temporarily closed Logie's and identified it as a confirmed exposure location. Other restaurants that have voluntarily closed for cleaning include Twin Peaks, the Lantern, and also the Cheesecake Factory. If you were at any of these establishments, the health department asks you to monitor for symptoms and avoid contact with high-risk people like the elderly and those that are or that have compromised immune systems for at least the next 14 days. Governor Greg Abbott specifically addressing Lubbock and the record number of cases here in Texas earlier today.
Today's number is going to be 2,622. And this typically results from people going to bar-type settings. I can tell you that it's the case in Lubbock County, Bexar County, Cameron County. The majority of the people who tested positive since the beginning of June have been people under the age of 30.
Now, with all these numbers, a softball tournament is scheduled for this weekend right here in Lubbock. The games are expected to bring thousands into the hub city from other states such as Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico. And Mayor Pope says as long as they follow all the rules to help slow the spread of the virus, he welcomes them. One of the country's largest softball tournaments happening this weekend will be right here in Lubbock.
We think we need to be able to have large events. I mean, think about this event as compared to a Tech football game. This is a first step, and I want our citizens to think that way.
Over 80 teams are registered for USSSA's gigantic MVP softball event, with families coming from states such as New Mexico, Oklahoma, Arizona, and other places where there's been a spike in COVID-19.
We've started to see college kids come back. We got kids coming from all over the state and the country. That's something we can't prevent. We've got to be able to do that and do it safely.
But tournament organizers have put in place some guidelines like checking temperatures, no handshakes, high fives, gum or sunflower seeds won't be allowed, and no more than 9 players in a dugout.
I would hope they would come here and follow the same kind of safe practices that we're following. The tournament organizers will have a lot of signage around that. They'll be doing the things that we expect them to do.
The mayor isn't the only city leader expecting those hundreds, possibly thousands, to bring a boost to Lubbock's economy.
Our hotels are going to see an increase in people that are obviously going to be spending the night over the weekend, or restaurants or shopping, just like all of our tourist-related events when they come to town, when our sporting events come to town. That definitely brings a lot of economic impact.
But Osborne says Lubbock should only play host to mass gatherings that plan to do business safely.
If they're not events that we want to have here.
Now that tournament does take place this Friday, June 19th, running through Sunday, June 21st, all being played at the Thomas Martin Athletic Complex in Southwest Lubbock. Here on Broadway, Matthew Stell, KAMC News.
Matthew, thank you.